Hello and welcome to the World of Tanks. I'm CabbageMechanic, and with me as always is TragicLoss.
Hello.
We've been having some technical issues, which is par for the course for us, but here we are. We're around. Thanks for stopping by. We got Frontlines going this week. We're going to get into that, and we have some other stuff to cover as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm kind of annoyed at technology right now, but that like you said is par for the course. We're kind of used to it. We're kind of used to running into issues, unfortunately. I feel like that's something we shouldn't be used to, but unfortunately it's the case, and so yeah.
We'll get there.
Eventually.
Alright. Oh boy, Iron Ladybug is here with a discreetly worded message. Hey Cabbage and Tragic, I really like your stream. Is there an updated schedule anywhere? The recent one appears to be out of date.
Surprisingly, we actually do.
There is.
Let's see, you are over on Twitch, so I'm gonna do FAQ. So the FAQ page that is currently going to go up is actually also our schedule page. So we have a FAQ page as well as a schedule page, which is actually pretty great in my opinion. I'm trying to make it so you guys can actually game, so that should have fixed that, hopefully.
Nope.
Nope. Alright.
So
I marked it.
Hit him with the facts, the FAQs.
Hit him with the facts.
So we'll get those out shortly. Shout out to Monty. Jonathan on YouTube is here and already asking about the Leopard 1. Still don't know, Jonathan. We'll get there when we can. Mustafa on YouTube says, WG, you are moron. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry too, I guess. I can't do much with that.
I'm gonna steal the mouse away from you for just a second, so we can go into game and try and figure out why the heck.
OBR556, is that a reference to a LaRue Tactical AR? On YouTube says, any tips on proper way to play the Leo? I don't have any special advice other than you kind of got to stay in the back and hit your opportunities.
There we go.
Are we working now? Good,
yep.
We got sound.
Yep.
Sweet.
We got sound.
So yeah, with the Leopard, you can't really 1v1 anybody. Actually, you will lose to a lot of like tier 8 lights with autoloaders if you try and 1v1 them.
Oof.
So you really got to, you know, pick your spots, take shots from concealment when possible, and use that mobility to get around and do damage where you can. Chase on YouTube says he's back.
Nice.
And World of Tanks EU on YouTube, which I'm beginning to be suspicious is not actually World of Tanks EU, says you guys need to bring back some old maps.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that person's just named World of Tanks EU. They've been in the stream a couple times. But anyways, guys, so currently, Frontline is actually running, which is super awesome.
30 episode 3.
But we do have other things to talk about. One of the things is going to be, so we have a special set of codes that you can redeem for fire or ice. So that's essentially...
some of you might be aware with something about fire and ice happening elsewhere in the pop culture universe. You have to pick your team. I was a little bummed out. We have the live numbers, and Team Fire is crushing Team Ice.
Team Fire
Come on, Team Ice.
Is crushing it with 46,000.
Get it together, Team Ice.
436 people.
Alright. We can't let this hot nonsense.
So essentially you guys have some missions to complete, and as you complete these missions you earn more essentially points for your team, and whichever team wins will get the special camo style, which is right here. This is Team Fire, this is Team Ice. They're from Wargaming Fest 2018 and Gamescom 2018 as well.
Danny on Facebook says, are you guys going to play or run your mouths?
We're going to play. We're going to play.
At the beginning, but we will play.
Yeah, we do both, guys. Yeah. We do both.
So for those of you who've been paying keen attention, you'll know that we're testing some frontline changes on the APAC server this month. And depending on how those go, those will be rolled out to everyone else next month. If you want to check that out, there's an article on the Asia portal, worldoftanks.com. It's out there. I'm sure that our boy, I believe, Crazy Boop is moderating the chat today. He can probably help you get the links. Frank is on Twitch, and he says, hey, it's more gaming with magic found in lettuce electrician.
So it's worldoftanks.asia.
.asia, there you go. Go Team Fire. Get out of here with that Team Fire nonsense. Come on, Team Ice. Show up. Show up. Scum of the Earth, friend of the stream and well-known nice guy, says day 32 of asking Cabbage and Tragic to play the Churchill game carrier.
Ooh, okay, maybe.
No crazy boop. You gotta find the links. I believe in you.
Alright, so we're gonna ask CabbageMechanic to ready up his tank. We do, which is really cool, hold on, for Twitch, we actually have a countdown timer, which is super awesome, so I'm gonna do, so essentially if I type !drop in, there's gonna be a countdown for Twitch. Unfortunately, you can't have bots on YouTube or Facebook, so that's not really possible.
We'd love to.
We'd love to, but unfortunately, all you're gonna have to do is look at Twitch chat for the drop-in. So it's gonna do 3, 2, 1, and then it's going to, hopefully, maybe? I don't know if it did anything. Apparently my chat command didn't work. Hold on.
Apparently only half my head is orange today.
Only half your head is
Bob
orange?
on Facebook says, apparently Team Ice has melted.
Team Ice has melted.
Come on, guys.
Alright, so I'm gonna do X.
I know there's some Squirtle starters out there. I'm gonna need you guys to show up and rep Team Ice.
I feel like Nightbot seems to be broken. Alright, well, I guess we're not gonna do a drop-in. We're just gonna drop right in.
Just gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Yep. We're gonna type it out. Alright.
I'm ready whenever.
Alright, I'm gonna type it out. 3, 2, 1, go.
Launching into Frontline. Brad on Facebook says, I played years ago when it first started. Is my ID and password still good? Almost definitely, Brad, and if you have any troubles logging in, you can contact our customer support and they will help you get into that old account.
Yes, they will. Yes,
and if you haven't played in a while, you should definitely come check it out. We have a lot of cool new stuff. Brand new graphics render with all sorts of shiny, new, modern-looking tanks and maps. Awesome water effects. The shell effects are way better, and now we have a 30v30 mode called Frontline that we're about to play.
You know what's funny? I now seem bigger than you do.
Stop messing with.
We're just gonna
messing with it every.
Yep.
Yep.
We're gonna make the ratio a little bit more correct. There we go. Now you're not tiny as heck.
Let's see. Pouring on Naidu, I think I've tried on YouTube. I don't think I got that name right. Why is defending so hard in Frontline mode? Getting promoted to a higher rank is hard while defending. Any tips? Got to get that damage in when you can, and try and keep an eye on your tab button. Will show you how many people are on each front. So if you notice that you're down like 5, 7 tanks, and it's probably better to switch to another front than just stay there and get rolled over. Because you're not going to be able to get much damage.
Alright, I'm gonna go a little bit east. Okay. Can you guys do a 19mm ELC? I mean, I don't think I have the ELC, actually. So unfortunately, I won't. But maybe Cabbage will, if he has that tank.
I don't think I have it either.
Oh.
Oh no.
Rip.
It
Well,
just
we might not be able to play the ELC because neither of us have it, and we're currently not playing our sheriff account.
I'm not a French light player. So I'm gonna die here on the point.
Alright. Got my 3 shots out for a nice 677 damage. Did you die? Why have you done this?
Murray says, Frontline, nobody tries to win, most just try to get hit points, no one sports cappers. Yeah, that does actually happen a fair bit, Murray, and it's kind of a bummer because no one gets points if you don't cap, or if you're on offense, and no one gets points if you don't defend cap on defense, so as much as people like to say it isn't, the objectives still very much matter quite a lot, and you should worry about them if you are playing.
Yes. So essentially, you can get to general faster if you play the objectives than if not. That in mind. Oh no, we have Cowboy of the Bebop.
There you go, Neil on YouTube.
Cowboy of Bebop.
Found the article.
Alright,
Hyper Turtle says buff the left.
Buff the left. Heck no! Oh no. Oh no! Why does that thing have so many? It has so many wheels! Owie! That's my face. Oh, that's NSX, who's in the stream.
On the other team?
Yeah. Yes, so guys, please be aware that we do have 3 chats, and playing while also reading 3 different chats scrolling by, it gets a little hectic. So if we miss your question, we're not doing it on purpose. We do try to answer every single question that we can. It's just sometimes we don't see it. If you don't have the ELC, then do you have dirt tanks like the 4005, the Type 5, or the KB2? So we're gonna be playing Frontline today. Frontline is tier 8 only. So I mean, we could switch to regular battles, but currently we're gonna be playing tier 8s for a little while, just to kinda, you know, show Frontline's off, I guess.
We only get it 1 week a month, so
yeah,
we're gonna enjoy it while it's here.
Ah, yes. How do blacklisted people get by the block? What do you mean? You shouldn't see messages or anything from people who you blacklist.
You can still end up in games with them, though.
Yeah, you can still end up in games with them, for sure. When can we expect the French wheel balance? These games showed 1 absorb a 0-hit damage from the 4005. So just so you're aware, the 4005 shoots, I believe, Hesh.
Oh well, it can shoot it.
Yeah. So
the autobounce angles are autobounce angles. It doesn't matter what is shooting at what.
But also the other thing is, like, with the 4005. Wheels and tracks count as spaced armor, and things like Hesh can absolutely break on impact and not fully penetrate through to the actual tank when shooting at tracks. So they do have kind of the advantage of having a bunch of wheels, and so that could have happened. I don't know if there's going to be any changes with that. So.
We're still looking at the balance numbers for wheeled vehicles. I see a lot of people say they're overpowered. I see a lot of people say that they're terrible. The truth is that there might be some high-end, like for the good players, a few of those vehicles might be too strong. But the average player is not doing too well on them. For obvious reasons, they're really fragile, really easy to get way ahead of your team. Get yourself into some trouble. So,
yes.
Again, we have a lot of data to collect on that, and we will be.
What do you mean tiles, James? I don't know what you mean by tiles.
Sam says point A is too open in frontline. Spawn points are also sometimes too open. Too open for offense or defense, Sam? Because point A is really dependent, in my experience, on the western hill. Really, whoever controls that western hill controls the point. So, I mean, open, I guess, is subjective because it depends on who controls that hill, in my experience. But I think that's, if you're fighting over point A, that's really where the fight is. Is right on the wall. That's
bollocks.
If everyone hates Nick on Facebook says, if everyone hates Artie so much, why are so many lining up to play Artie in the load screen? Because it's really easy to farm points in frontline artillery.
Yes, absolutely.
Actually, there's a post on the forums today where somebody was saying they love frontline because all the artillery has been pulled from tier 8 matchmaking in random battles.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We're all farming frontline. And you can only have 1 SPG for frontline in frontline, so it's limited at 6 per match.
Ouchie.
Nice. Survived.
Somehow, I am honestly not sure.
Nice one. Scattered right into the ground. Thank you, Orange.
Well, I'm attempting to support. If someone shoots, honestly, if someone shoots me with the HE, I'm probably dead.
We are coming back to.
Yeah, got him.
James says, sadly, I can't play Frontline. Why not, James?
Yeah. So we are aware of the Frontline, like, reticle thing that's going on. Not sure how deep into developing a fix for that our developers are.
Report on that. I haven't been getting it lately.
Yeah.
But I do believe it still happens. I've seen a word on a fix. We'll look into that. There is, like I said, a full bug report filed, so... Sharon on Facebook says, hi from Canada.
Hello, Canada. How are you?
What's a proper Canadian Greek?
Domo Sapien is not deleting your questions again.
Domo Sapien's not moderating chat.
Yeah, he's not moderating chat. You just want some German balance. I'm not sure what you mean. So, please guys, do check out the FAQ. So the FAQ, I will see if we can get that posted. Unfortunately, I don't currently have the link, but I will find that. But guys, please don't be hostile with your questions. We do try to answer everything, and like, unfortunately there's some things that we can't answer, whether it's because it's under NDA or because we don't have information on it. But if you guys are, you know, slinging insults, that's not appreciated. And unfortunately, yes, you are going to get moderated by our moderators because we're real people too. We would love it if we could not get attacked.
I don't care if you're talking, but
yeah.
you know, don't be.
We would love it if we could, you know, just be a little bit nicer, you know. No, nobody's deleting what you type. We're definitely watching everything. Like, I can see every single one of your comments. I'm not sure where you're getting that your messages are all getting deleted.
Gabriel on Facebook says, please balance matchmaking. Gabriel, have you been paying attention to matchmaking since the change a few weeks ago? It's actually
honestly,
a much
it's
better place.
only been like a week-ish. Maybe.
This was Wednesday 2 weeks ago, if I correctly?
Actually, yeah, you're probably right. It was like Wednesday the 2nd or something like that.
But there's a lot more non-traditional templates. We're not going to see it today because we're playing Frontline, but there's a lot more non-traditional templates and use a lot less bottom tier going on, especially for tier 8. A lot of tier 8 only matches, which is pretty cool.
We're in a tier 8 only match.
Well, we're in Frontline. Stoyle on YouTube
is balancing matchmaking by stats gonna happen? At this point in time, I don't see that happening. Mostly because, for any reason, to balance by stats, it doesn't really make sense. It would neither help nor hinder anything. Honestly, it would just make matchmaker longer.
Yeah. Scummed here says, I'm still on the fence. I don't think you fellas exist. Yeah, fair. I'm not sure I exist either. Daniel Pinkwater used to have a great thing about not being sure Los Angeles existed, which I think is where you're going. Is this Frontline, Nathan? Yes, it is.
About tank what? Someone's asking about... Oh god. Look at that. At a mill. It's scary. I've done 5k damage. Oh, has.
Oh no! I just got hit by all the artillery.
Yeah?
Oof. Big oof.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
You survived though. I'm gonna cap this point. No matter how much artillery consumables you drop on me, NSX. I know it's you. I saw you on this front earlier.
You know it's him. Oh man. I don't know if we'd add motorcycles.
I would love to.
I would, yeah. That's what Axel's asking. He's like, when are you guys gonna add motorcycles?
Panzer Kampfwagen 6B says, is this a new mode? It's not new, but it is. I mean, it's relatively new, I guess.
Yeah.
Relative to the.
It's new. It's new to this year. in terms of a not stagnant mode, but a recurring mode.
Oh, there you go. Yep. So it's a 30v30 large map mode.
Truly Grant says, every time I come here it feels like Tragic's hair is just a little bit shorter. No, I haven't gotten a haircut recently.
Sam, you are looking at Tragic's gameplay right
yes.
now. Which is apparently good, because she's got twice as much damage as
I have twice as much damage and less than half as many hit points.
Well, might want to get up a resupply point.
What if I don't wanna?
Well, I think you probably do. If you
oh god. Oh lord. Oh lord, that is a Ferdinand.
A furry?
Ferdinand.
Oh, okay. I was worried.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Don't you
Ow!
know,
I finally died.
When the Scorpion Jeet gets spotted at max draw distance and you track it, that's a good feeling, guys.
I'm gonna pull out the Progetto, but I'm also going to go ahead and find that FAQ. So we do have an FAQ link. I highly recommend everybody in chat read the link before asking any questions. Alright, cool. I'm gonna post it, bam, and I'm gonna say Crazy Boop, you should probably save that link because you're gonna be using it a lot. But yeah, so make sure you read that. It's a really awesome link. It has tons of other links on the inside, and so you'll be able to see essentially what's going on. I've attached a lot of articles. I've also attached a lot of information to that link, so. I've been spotted by who I don't know.
Rogers Ranger on YouTube says, came in for the countdowns, and today they play Frontline. And we are doing countdowns into Frontline, but they are longer games.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to have many, many long games.
Next week we'll definitely be back on the random battle queue.
For sure. Absolutely.
Panzerkampfwagen 6B, if you haven't played in a few years, now is a great time to check it out again. Like, I think I've listed some of the features that have come out since you last played. Worth checking out. Hey, WPG Badger is here on Twitch. Shout out to Badger. We're doing well. Hope you're well too.
Is it possible to come back in these battles when you're losing as bad as they are? Actually, it is. I've definitely seen games where it goes down to the tiebreaker, and the other team has definitely won before. Definitely.
Yeah, it depends on, I don't know, I've seen a lot of different strategies work. One of my favorite strategies on defense right now is actually playing really aggressively and getting into captured territory so you can stop people from reinforcing the forces that are attacking the guns. And I've actually seen that work with a lot of success lately, as long as you don't commit everyone to it and you know, you have the right people in the right defensive positions. It's objective.
Yeah.
Scorpion behind me.
Jonathan, what do you mean? Not sure what you mean. So we actually did have a discussion about the bond missions for these things for the World of Tanks Premium.
Oh, I actually have some news on that. So I've been talking with our live ops guys for a few days now about a couple issues. One of the things is the code missions on the NA servers. Basically, they're doing some testing on... They want to find out how many people are doing stuff intentionally versus how many are just playing the game and randomly completing missions. So hopefully, most of that stuff is going to be temporary. And then the other thing is regarding the premium account bonds.
Oof, I died.
We're still early in the process yet, and we have to know exactly what the bond income from having the World of Tanks premium account looks like. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there is a new type of premium account coming in the next patch. It's going to have a bunch of cool features. One of those features is it's going to give you missions for bonds. But it does look like we're going to be able to have missions for players without the new premium account to also earn bonds. So there will be, you won't have to get the World of Tanks premium account to be able to earn bonds, which is what I think most of the concern is about, is that if you can use the bonds to buy improved equipment, you have a pay-to-win advantage. It's kind of a slight one because the mods in general are pretty marginal of an advantage, and you need a lot of them to buy a single piece. But it's a fair point, and like I said, there will be other ways to get bonds for free-to-play players. just not quite as many, similar to other currencies in the game.
And we can add this into the FAQ if you guys want us to, but essentially, at the base level, we are hoping to add missions for bonds for everybody. You don't have to have Watt Premium for that. Is what we're hoping.
Raised Ryan on Twitch is...
Oh, I know. I saw his message. I acknowledged afterwards. Oh, he's always sad. Sad if I don't talk to him.
Who's ready for 14 degrees of gun depression? Hashtag Sweden, says Warren on Facebook. I am. Warren is, of course, referring to the new Swedish mediums that will be coming out in 1.5. I have bounced off this LT-432 times ago.
Yeah? Here, let's watch your gameplay for the next one so I don't outshine you by, 100% of your damage.
How much damage did you...
8,000.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see what the XP total. Alright, whatever. You got loot.
I have more kills. And as we all know...
Where are you?
Kills
halfway down?
Pay the bills.
Kills pay the bills,
When you sort by kills, you'll notice... I am higher.
You, sir, are...
You had 0 kills.
Oh, well,
0
actually, you have 55 more XP than I do.
Very
Fine.
good.
Yeah, you do. It's because you got kills and damage. Anyways, alright, so we're gonna do another count-in. Hopefully you guys are ready. I feel like our chat isn't actually updating. Because...
John, we were just talking about the component, unless you're referring to a different component.
Or mine isn't updating, actually.
Are you referring to something other than the bonds, Jonathan?
Mine isn't updating. I gotta reopen my...
Sam on YouTube asked a little bit ago, how does damage work on objectives? I sometimes do no damage from 10 meters away. Are you shooting from the front? Because the armor on the front of the guns is actually pretty good. You usually want to get around to the side.
The armor everywhere on the thing is good. There's a few places on the back that are actually not super well armored, so...
I feel like my chat is not updated.
Okay, well, close and reopen. It's not a web page.
Oh, okay.
Have to have me do it. Just kidding.
I thought it was web.
No, it's not a web page. It's actually a program. Which I will actually add to the thing down here. That way you don't have to ask me to do it again. Alright. Cool. Not a PC player, but I like the game. Well, thank you.
So Jonathan says I was referring to 1 bonds. Well, I just went over the bonds. There's going to be ways to earn bonds.
Okay, but so Jonathan, in all fairness, 2 out of 40 maps, which by the way, yes, we do have 40 maps in the game. Blocking 2 maps out of 40 every 4 hours doesn't make a huge difference because, for one, you're sequestered to those maps. But also, if you're planning on switching to different tank classes, you're still going to have to wait the 4 hours of the cooldown before you ban another 2. And so, honestly, 2 maps doesn't make
if you were to put it on the scale and say, are you
opinion.
getting an advantage? I think it's fair to say yes. I would argue it's a pretty marginal advantage.
Yeah.
And remember that everyone's going to get to ban at least 1 map. World of Tanks premium account holders will get to ban 2.
Yep.
So... I think that's more of a quality of life change than it is a balance change, but fair point. That is technically an advantage of some kind. True. Abdultalib, Trying Man, on Facebook says, is there any discussion going on about removing the wheeled cars from Frontline? They just ruined the meaning of Frontline by just going through and attacking objectives and impacting everyone. I don't think my experience totally matches up with that. Because they don't really have the DPM to just go in and clip a objective by themselves. So right. I don't know.
I'm gonna do a count-in.
I don't think the stats... Alright, let's do it. I don't think the stats really bear out your hypothesis. Chris on YouTube says free to play should not be any different from premium, but I mean any different is a broad statement.
Yeah.
Why? There has to be some differences, surely.
Yeah.
I mean, and to get into this, like, spending money on World of Tanks, we appreciate it. For second off, it's a free-to-play game, and it's a live development game, which means we're constantly developing new content, publishing new content, and that is possible because people support the game. And I should mention, like, the critical stuff, like running the servers, paying the chat moderators, paying the customer support people. All that stuff comes from premium account. So, I mean, World of Tanks at the end of the day is a business. We do have to make some money. If there was no benefit to premium account, that pretty rough sell, don't you think?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So Cryptic Shock says, during the marathon I looked after 128 games. I played on 34 maps. Province/Wide Park was a non-factor as he played Tier 9. That meant 4 maps I never got. There was 2 maps I only played once. Blocking 1 or 2 maps means nothing in the grand scheme. So statistically, the grand scheme of things, it might not make a huge difference.
Destructive Dan on Twitch is in our
You lot
game,
get paid. Thankfully, yes. Thankfully, yes. Right, made the drop with you guys. Awesome, awesome. Good to see you in game.
When is the next Watt week? It'd be this Friday, just every week.
Every single week.
Man, Ice Dragon was a really good name to invest in. The Game of Thrones changes.
Right?
Chris says, I understand why it's there, but what I meant was it still allows free players the same stuff. It'll just take longer to get it. Unless you already said that, I clicked it. Yeah, so that is ultimately what we're looking at doing with the bond part of the new account. As I mentioned, we are going to introduce more new ways for players to earn bonds through missions. So people who buy the World of Tanks premium account will still be able to earn more bonds. However, all players will have a chance. Yeah. Which right now it's very hard to earn bonds because of missions that we give them. In the future, it's looking like. But I think so. The map selector is a trickier one. I do understand where people are coming from. I do think that it is still. I just would argue it's a pretty marked advantage, even though it is an advantage. I 100% buy it's an advantage. I mean, so like, let's say I'm playing a heavy tank. That means I get to ban Prokhorovka and Fiery Saber. I can only ban one of them. Or just
ban Paris and.
I don't think I'd ban Paris if I was.
Maybe. Oh, sorry, don't ban Paris. Ban, Empire's Border.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
Empire's Border just kind of sucks for everybody.
I personally might just blacklist ENG and just delete. I'm just not a fan of this anymore. I played it so many times.
Oh, absolutely. We could absolutely sell camos and skins, but the thing is, like...
We do, and we're developing that actively. Yeah. That's something that we're... But I mean, we're definitely trying to shift more of the business model around that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But I can tell you that it's not... It's certainly right now, it's nowhere near... not enough people are buying cosmetics to run the game. Although we do appreciate the people who are. Premium accounts and gold are
I can kill that
where the bread is buttered. All when will Fire and Ice end? Fire 1, by the way? I don't think it's over. I think it runs through...
It runs until May 3rd. I actually wrote that in our run of show, if you would look at it. Look at it!
I did.
Not well enough.
I'm trying to shoot tank.
Why? You don't have multiple eyes?
We're now on my screen.
Can you not look at multiple places at... It's my skill.
Come on, turret.
I have.
Come on,
okay, I'm reloading, but I can by high roll. Or if I just you know, if RNG would love me a little bit.
Who else is over
with
2
the
years of
premium
premium
account,
time?
will we have to ban 2 maps at once, or will we be able to ban maps separately? I mean, you can pick. Why can't I shoot this Carniverne? Oh, there's NS. Will modern tanks ever be added? Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, Ice Dragon, if you... So, I mean, you probably already know this, but you are going to get an equal amount of the new premium time backed onto the premium time you have, well, side by side. They're gonna... so, if you have 1,700 days of premium time, you're good.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
You got a buttload.
Yeah. Cryptic says if you want to, if people want to get bent out of shape over map blocking, let everyone block 2 maps. Non-premium 24 hours to reset. Premium. I think it's currently set for 4 hours for everyone.
Yeah, like everybody, but that would be an interesting.
Warren says block maps will give a lot of data on maps that players like to see worked. Yeah, true. But I would say definitely the primary purpose is not for that function, although that will definitely be considered. But I think the primary purpose is to give a quality of life improvement. It really is this is something that came out as a result of the meeting of the minds that came about after the realization that Matchmaker needed another update. One of the things that people identified as being a problem with Matchmaker is when you get a run of battles where you're bottom tier and you're in a bad situation. The map blacklist is designed to help people avoid those long runs of being in bad situations. For example, being a super heavy Emperor, or being an artillery on Himmels. So yes. the player quality of experience and giving people a better chance to have a good experience, or at least less of a chance of having a run of bad experience. Really the purpose. Kamori says, honestly, make another mode or game for modern tanks. I feel like it would be sort of unfair or weird if the modern tanks and all together. Yeah, I think that's... I mean, we kind of try and do this with the tier system already.
You're absolutely correct.
So, but yeah, if we bring in more modern stuff, it'll definitely... You know, if there is a above tier 10, which, you know, isn't in the dice right now, but future.
Yeah, wait,
did I not say concurrent money? Ice Dragon says I might need to buy some gold. I'm down to 187k. I think you're probably gonna be all right.
Yeah,
for a while.
You're fine.
You have more. I think you have more than. Yeah, you definitely have more than. Oh
yeah. Have you considered putting the turret that looks more like the EU-75 but bigger on the E-100? Not that we know of, but we do know that the E-100 is up for a rebalancing at some point. The coming times.
They sure love dropping already.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Gabriel says historical battles.
It's fine, I got his side on Facebook, a little bit.
Historical battles ever making a comeback, or is that pretty well toast? I've talked about this on stream. If you liked historical battles, or if you like the idea of historical battles and against the previous one, I do think we have some stuff coming later this year that you guys are gonna.
Well, I'm finally getting shot at.
It will definitely not be like the historical battles of the. For a lot of reasons, they weren't super well balanced. Nobody wanted to play the two, etc. But we're gonna have some cool creations on that. Jonathan says, "I don't think they need to collect data to know that ends." Opinion. Liat Lamb says, "Have you tried the sweet tanks on the test server? Is it so far? And is?"
Oh, you need to talk louder. Just FYI. You're not talking loud enough!
I feel like I'm...
Alright, well, I'm gonna make it so you don't have to talk as loud. There you go.
I have not played the Swedish mediums on the test server. I haven't had the time. From what I've heard, they're interesting and worth playing. It's a bit early to know if they're overpowered. Kamori says, "Is it me or is Cabbage's mic skipping? Is that what it is?"
Yep. Use your outside voice.
I've got to use my diaphragm to enunciate.
So, Juan, we just talked about that. Essentially, we're hoping that once we get World of Tanks Premium, you will also be able to earn bonds, not just by having a premium account. So essentially, we are hoping that it will have essentially an equivalent for free-to-play players to be able to earn bonds. We know it's an issue with a lot of people. A lot of people aren't super happy about it. So it is something that is being considered when it comes to that new premium time.
Casey on Facebook says, question, what is the point of Frontline? Seems like I'm really bleeding money each battle. If you're bleeding money in Frontline, something's going wrong.
Yeah.
My suspicion is that you're probably using a lot of tanks.
Yeah. Pick a couple tanks.
You really don't want to use more than 3 in any given Frontline battle because you have to pay a repair cost for each one.
Yep.
So I would if you're losing money in Frontline, you're probably playing a ton of tanks. So that would be my first advice. Pick 3, use those 3 in that match, and you should be good. And if that doesn't fix it, maybe you're just shooting nothing but premium and you need to cool it on the premium shells. Dunesbury on Twitch says, love the new Swedish mediums. That's the creative stuff I'm looking for. Cool, glad to hear. We're gonna get this B finally, I swear. It's been a rough battle.
Oh god. I am jousting with this 53 TP.
We have captured Zone B. Air support incoming.
There we go, we got B. Chris Daly says, is there going to be an increase in the amount of bonds you get from grand battles?
Now I get help over here.
Not that I'm currently aware of, but it's possible in the future.
Okay, well.
I don't think there's a plan to increase the amount right now.
Yeah.
Fire reserve is ready.
Oh, that went way too high.
You have been promoted.
Just trying to shoot at that 5100. Oh god, I'm so slow. I only have 4 HP. Someone could sneeze on me and I'd die.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Has there been changes to track damage? No. Switching gear, when will we be able to buy tanks in the bond shop? At some point soon. It was, I believe, discussed that it's on Common Test 1.5, I believe.
The bond shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to make it to the live patch yet,
tanks
but
for bonds
I do
on the
believe
Common Test.
it's on the Common Test,
Yeah.
Ice Dragon says, when are you going to let us buy the British Premium Sexton Artie again? It's one of the very few I don't have. Also, it's my birthday, and I would like to treat myself. Well, happy birthday. I don't have any news on the Sexton. I'm not actually sure if it's, like, out of the rotation or what, but yeah, it sure has been a long time since it's been available. I will look into that, Ice Dragon.
As good as new.
It's been a really long time since we sold the Sexton.
Maybe with the Lef coming out to the shop recently.
How many bonds will it cost to buy tanks? Not sure. Not sure at this point. It could change at any point in time, so. Oh, I haven't played in a few years. What is this about, and what should I know to play it? Can you give a brief rundown for it, please? So, can I finish resupplying? So this is Frontline. Frontline is a tier 8 only mode. Essentially, you have a grid square of 3 by 3, and you either attack or defend by capturing points. So currently, we're headed towards point E. You have to capture each point as the attackers, so you can capture C, then you can capture F, and then once you get to this last line of grid squares, you can start aiming at these turrets here, which are labeled 1 through 5, and then, yeah, that's essentially it. You gotta destroy those to win. It's essentially kind of capture the point, move forward, capture the point, destroy turrets, win. outside of that, there are prestige. So each match you rank up. So currently I am a lieutenant. But for every single match that you play, you get experience towards your frontline prestige, in which you can earn a rank level of the episode +2. I'll show you what that means in just a minute after we're done with this match. But if you rank 230 in prestige, you can earn a tank at the end of the year. So this runs once a week.
Tier 9 tank.
A tier 9 tank.
And there's some other tanks in between, I believe.
Yes. So at the end of the year, so this runs once a week, every single month, from now until November, I believe, is our limit there. But you will be able to earn a tank for yourself.
Jonathan said, I saw your question, John. She was in the middle of giving a pretty long explanation on Frontlines. ETA tank rewards, next couple of months. We have seen some production shots of what the built model is going to look like from the development team. It's looking pretty solid, and we should have a workable version to begin testing later this month, and could be looking at a live rollout in May. We will let you know the official dates when the official dates come. Once again, software development is probably harder than you think it is. It's not always a matter of... it's not predictable, especially when you're dealing with a game that has a live ecosystem and 10 years of development behind it.
Yes. When is the Chrysler K coming back to the shop? Actually, I have no idea about that. It is in the rotation, but I don't know when it'll come back. We should definitely capture this point. We need to. Absolutely. Capture this point.
Oh, he just got in there. Alright, that guy's dead. Alright, we got C.
Ouch!
Air support incoming.
We captured it in 1 second. Cool.
Zone E has been captured. Extra time.
Chris says, since modern tanks are not going to be added ever. Well, first off, let's not say ever. There won't be modern tanks added to tier 10 as it exists now, that's for sure. So hold on for the M1.
Hold on to your horses.
Yeah, smoothbore cannons and stuff like recoilless rifles are something that that'd be a big technological jump, and we would definitely put a lot of thought into that before making a move like that. Who asked a question that we missed?
I don't know.
Black Prince will be
still over. What?
On YouTube. You see that question?
I don't actually. Where?
I don't know. That's what Crazy Boop was responding to. Really, Scorpion G?
I'm not seeing a question. Oh wait, Chris, no. I don't know. I'm not seeing a question. Really.
By the way, for Frontlines, you might be able to get tier 9 Russian medium tank with low alpha. That's actually incorrect, Black Prince, as far as the vehicle that is currently planned for.
Is there any plan to fix wheeled vehicles jumping in the air when they get killed? Probably.
Is
at
that
some
what he
point.
said?
I don't know. That's a question.
The ragdoll physics are some of the best part about it. I don't see your other question, Black Prince. Sorry. Please repost it. With the new upcoming Tier 8 Czechoslovakian Premium, is there any possibility of it being in a marathon? Possibility, yes. I'm honestly not sure off the top of my head if it will be. So not sure on that one, but it is possible, definitely. Just make it tier 11, it can't be that difficult. Well, so the idea is, the timeline for our game was very specifically chosen to cut off at a point where the technology that we aren't showing in the game wasn't getting out of hand. And that is, so the early iterations of the M60 is like right around the cutoff, which is what we have in the game as a clan reward tank. So after the A1, you have like the A2, which has all the electronic wizardry and stuff. And then you get into the American light tanks with recoilless rifles and all that good stuff. So there really is a big jump. We already don't have smoke launchers, even though a lot of the vehicles in our game have modeled smoke launchers.
Yeah.
So it really is a big jump. It's not as simple as making tier 11. If we want to well, I mean, obviously it's an arcade game, so it's not going to be a sim game. But if we want a quasi-realistic arcade version of Cold War technology, it's going to require a lot of new mechanics for the game. So that's why it's not as simple as just making a tier 11. Like I said, if we do something like that, there'll be a lot more thought put into it.
Yarp. You say I have long answers.
Well, I mean, I didn't say it was bad. Just explain to Jonathan why I wasn't immediately able to respond to this question. Folks ask the same questions I can't answer every week, but that gets old. It's part of the deal, Sparse. It's the same reason, like, when people... I get a lot of comments, people are like, oh, people get so mad at this game and I don't know how you deal with it. A lot of that anger comes from passion for the game, and usually when you engage people who are passionate about the game, you can find common ground with anyone. And I think it's really cool that... You know,
oh god, that's a Centurion.
People love this game enough to be that passionate about it.
Hello. Oh, you're like AFK over here. You just spawned in.
Oh. Who you just found somebody you're shooting at that you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay, I was very confused. I was like, I'm capping. What is that noise?
Scary LT. No.
Will there be a new map next Frontline season?
Well, that sucks.
Jonathan's not going to be thrilled about this, but we've actually already mentioned that we are actually working on another Frontline map right now. I cannot, because the development is not as simple as setting a date and then completing the map on that date. I'm not sure when exactly that's going to be coming out, but right now they're definitely trying to get it out before the end of this season. So we'll see. It's definitely possible that
you mean episode? Episode or season?
Season.
Okay.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said. I was just making sure you didn't mean.
No, I definitely not talking about
the episode.
The episode.
Okay.
No, the season. Guys, I hate Scorpion.
Oh wait, no, it is. I thought my chat wasn't updating, but it is. Cool. All right, so we need D, like now. We need to cap D.
I'm shooting a bridge.
Will Bongfish also be working on the new map? Can we talk about that?
Bongfish hasn't been working on Frontline for a long time, guys.
Yeah.
I know the perception is that this was a third-party company that we brought in to make the mode. Bongfish helped out a lot with Frontline, but the vast majority of it is internal wargaming stuff, and it's been internally for wargaming for a long time. Since the first iteration of the tests that we ran in 2018. Bongfish is actually working on a different project with us now that I cannot share any details on.
Ooh.
Probably gonna get in trouble for saying that, actually.
Yeah, are you? I need help. I am alone.
Al Einstein, I saw you had a more complicated question about physics there. I do want to get to that when we get to a point where I can scroll up and read it.
Oh god, I'm reloading. Oh no, this is bad. Beep.
Sketchy.
Beep.
Oh, there we go. Stalin was with us there. Even though I'm in a British tank. I guess Churchill was with us.
Oh god. Oh no, look at how many there are.
You're gonna be fine.
So many people.
It's fine.
So many people behind me right now. Yeah, no. Oh, that's Derp's lot. Oh my god, and it's Raisin. Get out of here, Raisin. Why did my T-57 have 5 shells last week and now it's back to 4? No idea what you mean.
What?
The T-57 has always had 4 shells.
Okay, hold on real quick.
Oh no. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, Chris, I did give a response to your question, and it was basically that don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't say it's never going to happen. It very well could happen. And if, like I said, if we do something like that, we'll put a lot of thought into it. I don't think the M1 Abrams would appear in World of Tanks as it exists now. It's just it's too far departed. We can't even have the versions of the Patton that actually, are famous and used in combat. The M60, sorry, I'm referring to. So Al Einstein, here's your question. Any chance of them sorting the physics? The wheeled vehicles have an unfair advantage keeping upright unrealistically, like other tanks seem to rev up against anything and go on their side unrealistically. So it depends on what you mean by realistic. Don't hatch your chickens till they count. Is that what I said,
what?
Money? Sorry, I'm doing a lot of things with my brain at once. So the physics question.
Well,
I don't necessarily agree that other vehicles just flip over automatically. Actually, when we first rolled out the physics changes, which was it 9.15? Somebody in chat will know and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it might have been 9.15. There was a lot of complaint about how the vehicles were too easy to flip over. And at that time, vehicles were actually the tanks. We're talking about treaded vehicles. Wheeled vehicles weren't in the game. So we're only talking about treaded vehicles. That was the big physics update. At that time, it was actually still way harder to flip a tank in the game than it was in real life. But we did make it easier because players were having problems. So I don't totally agree that it's easy to flip a tank over right now. I do agree that there's definitely some compensation going on to help out the wheeled vehicle drivers. And we'll see how that goes. It's possible that there will be changes to those physics. But
oh, come on!
As it is right now, the average player is already having a pretty rough
poor
time
Progetto.
with wheeled vehicles and controlling them. So, man, get out of here, Scorpion G. What are you doing? I'm going to shoot you once just to teach you. Get out of here.
Shoot you once just to teach you?
Yeah, I'm not going to stop and fight him. I'm going to die
anyway.
Oh, boy.
Okay, we have, like... There's so many.
Tim says, are they considering nerfing the wheel vehicles? Like I said, we're still collecting a lot of data on wheel vehicles. I would say that it's hard to say as a whole we're going to nerf wheel vehicles. It's possible that some will see nerfs and some will see buffs. Well, I don't know if the mechanics in general are going to get buffed or nerfed at this point.
Ready for deployment.
Joshua brought it, says, cough, soap rocks, cough. That's Joshua on YouTube. Yeah, that's fair. There's definitely some slippery rocks right now that are not accurate and do cause some problems. I think in general you have to try pretty hard to flip a tank over though. You've seen me drive off
we
cliffs.
Were so close.
Here.
Oh wait, we got it.
Yeah,
hey,
of course we won.
We had like 2 seconds left. Get it to where we can ping the minimap in random battles like we can in Frontline. It would make calling clan wars and strongholds so much easier, and we could more accurately ping a spot instead of a square. That might be kind of interesting. I don't know, that would be a quality of life update in my opinion, which could roll out with another update, but it wouldn't be an update on its own. Okay, I'm gonna give myself some inspire. I'm gonna inspire myself.
Also,
no, I don't want to leave the platoon.
I finished higher again.
I finished higher.
You did more damage again, though.
I always do more damage than you.
But luckily, there's more to this game than damage.
Luckily, there's more to this game than damage. I also have more kills than you.
Let's see. What would I have won? So without premium, I would have made 87,000 credits that game. So I used 3 different tanks. I had a decent game. I would say it was probably a little better than average, probably. But I'm having trouble finding out how people who are losing credits in Frontline.
Yeah.
So there, I mean, you can see it on my screen right now. 87k. I used 3 tanks: the KR, the Patriot, and the 5-1. Those are all premium tanks. Fair point. Before someone points it out.
Scum of the Earth. Scum of the Earth says you both cheated. My superior team would have won it if it wasn't for that. Let's see. So, guys, please, guys, go into the FAQ and read it. We are planning on reworking premium shells. I know a lot of you are taking kind of the initial post about premium shell reworks as face value and thinking that's exactly what's going to happen. However, that could change at any point in time. That is not definitive yet. I believe they are currently in testing, so please know that anything can change between now and common test server.
We're talking about
for premium rounds.
Yeah, and so a lot of people pointed out that premium rounds are going to affect the balance of vehicles like the Type 5 Heavy. And
which are being reworked in Common Test 1.5, by the way.
Right. So part of the reason that the premium ammo rebalance is taking so long is because we want to make sure we account for all those factors.
Yes.
So we're not going to suddenly change premium ammos to do less damage, and then all of a sudden Type 5s are running amok because nobody can do enough damage to take them out without shooting them 90 times.
So
we're thinking about it.
Just note, Common Test 1.5 does have changes to the Type 4, Type 5, and 4005. I know a lot of people are mad about the 4005. We can talk about that later. But the other thing is premium ammo rework, still in testing. It's not definitive that it's just going to be a straight damage reduction. So keep that in mind, please. And also, Crazy Boop has posted the FAQ. It says content docs stream schedule, but it is the FAQ as well. Just read through that. There's a lot of links attached to it. It's a lot of information. Please read through. Even just quickly, there's different sections, including matchmaking and miscellaneous, which has a lot of information about new features and stuff like that. So, alright, we're gonna do a count-in for Frontline, so get ready. Count in, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
But for people who can't afford them or APCR, so wait.
I want to go back really quick. I totally hear you guys in the Frontline ping, and I hope we get it for random battles soon. I don't have any news on when or if that will happen, but I hear you and I agree. And hello to H Nyland, who just logged in.
Hello.
It's going well. Ice Dragon says, reworking premium shells is just toxic. Whew, gonna need a little more info on that one.
Yeah.
To agree or disagree. Not sure entirely what your position is if you just don't want any change. I understand that to change is not always good, that's for sure.
See, like, for me, I think the biggest change that we ever did for premium ammunition was changing it from only being purchasable by gold to being purchasable by credits to being purchasable just by credits. Like, yes, they do. Man. But no, like, for one, and this is something that is in the FAQ, I'm just gonna reiterate, but the reason why we removed being purchasable, premium rounds being purchasable by gold is specifically so we could rework it. Like, I know some of you guys are old enough or have had your accounts long enough to remember the super Pershing changes that went through. Essentially, when those happened, there was refunds, essentially changing it from being purchasable by gold to only being purchasable by credits was so that we could rework it without having a whole bunch of people being like, yeah, but I purchased it with gold. So
I think the chat froze again.
I think the chat froze again as well. I'm not super happy with that, so I'm gonna open in the browser. Alright. Boop. Alright. Cool. If you guys posted anything in the last, like, 20 seconds, we might not have caught your message, so.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh
no.
I'm getting flanked
yeah,
by here and there's no one there to help.
Yep.
Oh well. I put pressure on Cap. We tried.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this rebooted.
Alright, so we can see chat now.
Yeah, I would rather just use the browser. The browser seems to be more reliable.
Yeah, we could use the browser next. We'll...
There we go. Executus is here. So Executus saying hi on Twitch is
what's
the first thing I've seen in a couple minutes.
Okay, well.
I thought you all were usually quiet.
Keeping an eye.
If you post any questions over the last few minutes, please feel free to repost. We almost definitely miss them.
Ooh, we're about to cap these so fast. Nice.
Because of my hard work.
How much? Yeah, no.
I was the first one in there.
Yeah,
doing the dying. Somebody's got to die to accomplish the objectives in war. That's the sad truth of it. Move to your right, Cabbage. Do I have a slide?
No,
you
left.
actually meant my
Move left.
Robert on Facebook says, hello, everyone. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? That was a nice quick solution. Nico Cage popped into Twitch and said, O'Doyle rules. Alright.
O'Doyle rules!
Interesting reference. Doesn't end well for the O'Doyle family, or so I hear. Daniel on Facebook says, tanks bang. I like that. It's simple. I'm not entirely sure what it means. I like a little confusion in my life.
What does that even mean?
Tanks bang, man.
Alright.
So tanks also boom, by the way.
Ow!
William on Facebook says, howdy from the USS Texas, BB-35. Well, howdy to you. Hope you're having a good day down there at the USS Texas.
There we go. Cool.
I heard some good news about the Texas recently. I heard they're going to be able to get the funds from the state legislature to get it lifted and fixed, so that's awesome.
Nico Cage says, actually my screen name in pretty much every game I play. Alright, I'm gonna stalk you on every game.
Gilbert says, what game is this?
Cabbage, how many flannel shirts do you own?
Oof. If you're talking about plaid shirts, it's a lot. Flannel, I probably have 4 or 5. Plaid shirts, I probably have 9, 10.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I could help. Actually, C seems to have it.
Once you take the flannel pill, solid colors are just boring. Can't do it.
You're boring.
You're taking up that voice a lot.
I mean,
you should have. I mean, what it sounds like.
Sass voice.
Are you working on a ventriloquist act where you have like an evil puppet?
Yes.
Okay, because that's what it sounds like is happening.
Yes.
Is that you have puppet tragic voice, and then it pops in, and for those of you who watch Trailer Park Boys, it's like conky.
Oh. No.
But yeah, Gilbert, this is World of Tanks, and this is the Frontline mode in World of Tanks. 30v30 on a massive 9 by 9 kilometer map. And I am dealing with a German super heavy and winning. Haha! I love this WZ-121FT. It is an amazing and underrated tank.
I'm dead. Oh no. Oh.
That was a bad shot.
Dang.
Taking that one.
In the upcoming tank rewards, can we expect more garage slots and barrack spaces, as some of us have 100 to 200 tanks and crews for them? I highly recommend that you guys try playing in some of the tournaments that we have running, because those get you some amount of gold. There are 1v1s, 3v3s of all tiers, essentially. It's a good way to get just a little bit of gold, even if you're not super high ranking. So definitely try that out first, but rest assured, with tank rewards, you do tend to get some nice rewards for that, so.
Oh, no.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Why did I not have any help? I thought we were trying to push E. Oh, well.
We are. You're just
Ishva on Twitch says, hey, Wargaming chat. Deathman's here, says, howdy, Cabbage and Tragic. How are you, Deathman? Hope you're well.
Hello.
Jeremiah on Facebook says, I play tier 1 games only. I respect that, Jeremiah. You stay near Like Tractor or the checked fridge, whatever your favorite tier 1 is, and you have a good time. Warren says, lots of folks aren't aware that premium rounds don't pen at as high of an angle as AP rounds do. Well, when you say premium rounds, you should clarify if you're talking about heat or APCR. The premium rounds aren't the same for every vehicle. That is true for heat. Heat doesn't normalize. You should, if you don't know what we're talking about, there's a video called "Explaining Mechanics Penetration and Armor" that you should watch on the World of Tanks North America channel. It'll reveal some things to you. But normal AP and APCR, I think APCR maybe not. I think maybe just be normal AP have shell normalization.
Yes.
So when they're fired at the side of a surface from an angle, the shell is shaped in a way that
It gives it a
slightly
couple of extra degrees of aiming, essentially. Right. So if you're like 2 degrees off, it normalizes and will essentially turn into try and penetrate a little bit more. Not a huge difference, but they do pen at slightly higher angles than APCR. APCR is just straight penetration. It also, I believe, let's see, I forget which one doesn't have drop of penetration over distance. I'm not 1000% sure on that one. Where are you? You're the Hawk 30. Come over towards me a little bit. Oh, I see who.
No.
That's Raisin. Raisin's really good at tanks.
Yeah.
So
I got screwed. When being circled like that, move forwards and let off the throttle every now and then helps. Yeah, I was realizing right after I died that I need to stop reversing on that one, Scorpione.
Nah. I'm also gonna... Oh, that's Crafty! Ah! No!
That's true. Heat doesn't drop pen over distance. That is the swap off.
Yes.
Heat doesn't shell normalize, but it also doesn't lose pen over distance.
Yeah. So there is already a trade-off for using different ammo, but it's not super... The differences aren't very tangible for most people. For really high-skilled players, it's definitely tangible. But for normal players like me and Cabbage, not really.
Josh on YouTube had a great line here. AP gets 5 degrees of normalization. APCR gets 3 degrees of normalization.
There we go.
Heat and HE get no normalization. Heat and HE don't lose penetration over distance. There you go. And that's because...
Unless it's smaller caliber gun... Or, sorry, unless it's, smaller caliber guns, they just always lose penetration over distance. So things like the Panzer 1C, if you're too far from a target, you won't pen them because it loses penetration over distance. Or at least actually a lot of shell just lose pen over distance. Oh, Lord.
At some point, did we say that heat does drop off? I definitely didn't intend to say that. I don't know why we had so many people saying it doesn't drop off. We were just talking about normalization. Murray on Facebook asks, why are premium tanks better than grinded tanks, i.e. T-34-85 versus the M or the IS-3 versus Defender? The 85 versus the M is pretty close. I think you could definitely make a strong case for the IS-3 versus Defender. The Defender has Tier 9 armor. It's really strong. As for why that is, I mean, they do still have some trade-offs. In some cases, the trade-offs aren't enough to make up for it. As for the why, it's a tough question. I personally don't think they should be. I'm on the wagon that they should be different, but not more powerful.
Here it is.
And I think that is generally the goal that we strive for. Some vehicles, for example, the Defender, are definitely stronger than their tech tree counterparts. There's probably some better examples than the 85M as well. The Chrysler's better than the Tier 8 US T-32. Oh, so Tragic said I can't remember which one doesn't drop off.
I got corrected by Scorpione.
That's right.
Low-tier autocannons have a 400 meter maximum range. It's not that shells lose penetration, it's that they reach their maximum distance limit. Interesting.
Okay.
Alright. Well, color me corrected. Alright, I'm diving into the smoke to help Cap. We just need to cap this, like, now.
Fohammer says, when will Artie go back to what it was before it was changed to a stun bot? It won't. At least not that I'm aware of in the near future. We are still talking about changes to Artie. We definitely don't think we have it perfect. Some people would argue there is no perfect and it should just be removed. It's also not going to get removed. But yeah, it's not going to return to what it was.
Oh, come on.
Before.
No, stay on cap. What are you all? What is happening?
You can still have some pretty big damage hits on Artie, by the way. I was in a TVP the other day and took a penetrating rear shell for 1,300 damage. So, I just shot that Wheezy into there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, there's a Wheezy behind us, so...
Mailman, who happens to be a milkman, which is, by the way, one of my favorite names on YouTube, says Tiger 2 is outdated. Will you rework in the future? Yes, definitely. The E100 line 8 to 10 is going
Guys, check out our FAQ. Link. It has essentially a lot of the questions that we're getting now are repeat questions, so I urge everybody who's in chat right now, once Crazy Boop posts the link to the FAQ, which weirdly enough says stream schedule. Essentially, that will have most of the answers to a lot of the questions y'all are asking now. So, keep that in mind when you ask questions. Artie should contribute, but not dominate. We agree. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, that should ultimately be the goal for all classes, right? If we have a 5-class game, the idea is that everyone contributes something. Obviously, different vehicles for different classes can play the same role in certain scenarios, but every vehicle has a role. Every vehicle should be able to contribute to their team's victory without, you know, completely dominating the opposition and having some sort of counterplay. That's pretty basic stuff, right?
Man, Cabbage, you need to catch up to this lieutenant here.
Yeah, I'm having trouble getting damage there, probably because I'm shooting rocks.
Probably. A little bit.
Or it's because it's derp slots taking up all the damage.
I would love Artie to get smoke screen and stuff from Frontline.
Yeah, I'm a huge supporter of the idea of smoke shells for Artie. I think that'd be a great addition.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of things that would need extensive testing if we were to move them from Frontline to random battles. Just so you're aware, guys. There's a lot of testing that goes into every part of implementing things into the game.
Hector on Twitch says, hello, boys. Hello. I assume you mean Handball and Tragic.
Owies.
Josh says, mid-tier Artie needs a major rework. They have more DPM and a better rate of fire than top tier. I gotta be honest, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I suspect that's not true, unless you mean the DPM relative to their tier is higher, which might be possible. The M44 might.
This bird name. Yeah. Oh, I died from the irrelevant scrub. Nice. Can you tell me if there's new codes? No? Is Frontline up on the NA server? Yes. We're NA. We're playing Frontline. So it just went up today then. It actually went up yesterday, I believe.
Well, apparently I'm completely
Frontline
wrong.
generally runs Monday to Monday, I believe.
Yep, so it'll be run through next weekend.
Alright. No, Frontline is just a myth. Confirmed. Mythical game mode.
Just like Los Angeles.
Just like New Zealand. Sorry, actually, New Zealand is really good. Dang it, I almost got revenge. Good hustle, team. Thanks. I tried real hard.
Scorpioni says the M44 and the GW100 have the same DPS.
What is spot
The more you know.
What in tarnation? Someone I know.
I will be the first to admit that I'm not an RD expert. I do not play the class generally, except to
counter battery
and or
that's what I've been
crazy
doing.
Josh says watch Sircon's video on it. He clearly shows the lower tier of equal hierarchy. Will do. I'll look it up. I like Sircon. Oh, thanks for the kind word, Chad. Appreciate it. Yeah, I will. As far as specific vehicles, I'm 100% on board with the nerf the M44 wagon. You'll find me making the t-shirts for that club. Corolla says, have you had a chance to play the new Swedish mediums on the test server? They seem to be awesome. I have not, but I'm looking forward to trying them out. I haven't tried out the new suspension mechanic yet.
Yeah, neither have I, unfortunately. What? Oh no. I could have saved you, but I couldn't. I'm so sorry, ladies.
Those two statements are not cohesive.
What do you mean they're not cohesive?
I could have saved you, but I couldn't?
But I didn't.
Oh, okay. Do either of you have the IS-5? No,
I don't.
I do not.
I wasn't able to be in a clan that won during the time that the IS-5 was given away. So, unfortunately, no.
Caleb, I hear you on that one. Keep in mind that everyone will be able to exclude one map. It's not, everyone will be able to ban at least one. The premium account will be able to ban two. Axel says maybe they should flop the M44 and the M12. Yeah, maybe. Deathman says, I personally hate that the new Swedish medium gets 440 damage per shot as the 121 gets pushed further into irrelevancy. That's actually another thing I'll support. The 121 needs a buff. For sure. Maybe gun handling in general? Or, I'm not sure exactly what it looks like. But 121 definitely needs a buff. It needs some sauce.
Sauce?
Yeah, some sauce.
What?
It needs a buff sauce.
Buff sauce?
Yeah, you gotta sprinkle some butt sauce. Buff sauce on it.
But, okay. That last one was incorrect. That one was incorrect.
I haven't used my cuss for the day.
No, you haven't.
So...
You're free one curse word.
Scorpion says, wouldn't be a bad idea to be honest, the M12 would behave a lot more while the SU, while the M44 behaves more like the Crusader SP. Yeah, that is the one line of already I have played, and yeah, I definitely agree. I think the M44 is definitely better. Crazy Boop on YouTube says he's getting rid of Empire's Border with the blacklist.
I think a lot of us are getting rid of Empire's Border.
So we've won 2 attacks now. That's pretty solid.
I think we've won.
I see a new cabbage.
We haven't lost yet. We haven't lost yet.
Whoa, don't jinx it.
Knock on wood. We have wooden tables. Alrighty.
It's more fun to annoy you with questions you've answered 100 times. Yeah, let me get a HUD on the next one and say that I don't know what the leopard buffs are going to be.
Ha! I am above you this time.
Deathman says
I am also missing my hand.
That he doesn't mind Empire's Border.
And he plans on nerfing the Progetto.
What do you like about it, Deathman? Because I've heard a lot. Scorpiani says you haven't lost yet. Do I need to log in? Scorpiani, let me remind you that last time that we played against each other, I think we lost actually.
Yeah, we did.
But I did more damage than you.
But I did.
It was a fluke game, I'll admit.
It was. It was. I think we killed him real fast, and then...
I was playing the Leopard one, and I had a very good...
I like Empire's Border. Why does everyone hate that map? There's a lot of people that hate that map because, specifically, there's really only, like, 2 routes of attack, because the one that goes way out far east / north, or, well, eastern, really, essentially cuts you off from the rest of the map unless you're real fast. So, it's not a good place to go if you want to help your team.
What tank do I want to ready up?
Any new reworked maps anytime soon? Check the FAQ! Please post the FAQ.
Hey, Keisha's here. How you doing? On Facebook? I'm gonna bring out the Black Dog, actually. I haven't played the Black Dog in a little while.
I don't think so, Axel. That would just add way too much mechanics to do.
We're gonna cut back to Cabbage Cam.
Cabbage
so
Cam.
We can see elite Black Dog gameplay. As you'll notice, I have a... Oh, I thought I had a Mark of Excellence. This is pretty embarrassing.
Oh,
I thought I had a Mark of Excellence on this. I don't.
Check your
I bet I'm really...
service record.
Oh, gosh,
do you have it on the regular
right
Bulldog?
No, I definitely don't have it on the regular.
Do you have it on the not Grand Finals Bulldog?
No, like I said, I don't.
Oh.
That's the same
But
one.
why do you have 5 Frontline tokens?
I don't know.
You have 5. You use them.
I've already maxed out the skills on them.
Oh. Okay, never mind then.
Deathman says rip cabbage.
Let's put in a button for the FAQ. Well, here's the
Yeah.
FAQ. I'm gonna spam it for you guys. Please click on that. Please read it. Please read through the whole thing before you ask any questions.
Alright, let's get this count in real quick.
Alright,
I want to read Scorpione's comment about
3,
Empire's Border.
2, 1, go.
There we go. Alright, maybe I can get that that bit later on. Corolla says, have fun guys, going into game. Good luck, Corolla.
Ooh, we're defending this time.
Jason says, any other Italian tanks with the same reload mechanics, heavy artillery line? Not in the cooker at the moment. Right now, the hot stuff is Swedish mediums coming very soon, and British lights coming sometime after that. Scorbrownie says, I'm fine with Empire's Border, primarily because the battles develop a lot like Mountain Pass battles, except the middle is a bit more usable. They are pretty similar maps as far as like how the layout. That being said, there's no reason to have encounter assault modes behaving as a fight for the center hill. Creates an imbalance similar to what Mountain Pass's old encounter mode had.
It's deleting my detailed messages. I'll check on Nightbot. It shouldn't be doing that. I don't know why Nightbot is kind of acting up a bunch. It was also not posting.
Oh, maybe that's what was deleting Cardenha's messages. Maybe it was Nightbot. Nightbot is being very naughty today.
Yeah.
It's not using the
this guy's name is the War
tools
Machine.
it's supposed to have.
Is there any plans to fix the auto-reloading IS-3A? Honestly, I don't really see the IS-3A much. Like, it's kind of faded into obscurity again.
I wouldn't say obscurity. It's definitely really, really strong. I think there's a...
Yeah.
The question of the OP-ness, I think, is a little more ambiguous than people thought going in. But it is weird how few you see.
Say overpoweredness, not OP-ness. Please.
What's wrong with OP-ness?
I'm just gonna leave that for chat.
As of right now, I'm not aware of any plans to change the IS-3A. I personally haven't looked at the data on that one recently, but I suspect it's one of the stronger tier 8s. It's probably at the top of the list. I'm sure Scorpione knows. Oh, that was such a bad shot. Ugh. Ugh. Okay.
Am I running engineer? Oh. Oh boy. Well.
I really need to get the charioteer.
Okay, Wow. Okay, well, I can't do much here. Oop, boop, 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 boop.
Playing a little peekaboo. Could you repeat the question? The question was about the balance of the IS-3A.
I am derping dirt.
Specifically, how OP is
Dirty.
it?
You're...
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I know.
Boop.
Oh no, it's Cabbage derping dirt. Yes.
Oh, yeah. No,
first
I'm not the
person
one
goes.
derping dirt.
Oh no, I could have shot that and I didn't. I feel shame.
Ooh, he no on fire anymore.
Oh no!
Oh no, that's ya booty. That's ya booty. Dang it!
Oh my gosh, such a smash
I tried.
shot.
Will your tank historian,
Rip.
the chieftain, join you in the live stream one day?
Yes.
Maybe one day, yeah.
So Chieftain actually lives in San Antonio now, so it's a bit of a trick getting him up here to Austin. But yeah, we're definitely planning on having some Chieftain streams. We will let you guys know ahead of time on that one for sure.
Wait, what?
What tank will I embarrass myself the most in?
Any of them? You're
Thanks for
welcome.
your support. Oh, the wheeled vehicles, of course.
Oh no. Yeah, don't crash again, please. Oh, you need to
don't.
shuffle towards me a little bit.
I like the gap.
Alright.
And I think the chat has died again.
Can you play the Liberté? Maybe next, yeah.
Yeah, I actually am a huge fan
Yeah, your
of
chat
Liberté.
has died.
Thank you. We're gonna get some aggressive wheeled scouting up here. Oh, and of course somebody's bringing a plane scout right as I get up here.
Open in browser. Cool.
Okay.
And then that should load and you should.
There we go. Yeah, that's how you jump off a cliff, right there.
Are you jumping off cliffs?
Yep.
Why? You shouldn't.
Cliff Young.
Yeah, he has streamed in the past from time to time, but currently I don't think he has been, unfortunately. We'll try and figure out to organize getting him on stream sometime, for sure.
Does Cabbage wear pants when he streams?
Seems like there's a lot of people using illegal mods. If you believe somebody is using illegal mods, please do report them. We do look into the reports.
The biggest thing is, like,
yeah, the biggest thing is, like, what you may think is a mod could just be someone's really good at the game, but also, like, for one, aiming mods? I mean, with the fact that we do have RNG, it won't make a huge difference. There's definitely some illegal mods that can make a big difference.
What are you
so
doing
things
there?
Things like being able to see, or being pinged when someone destroys something or knocks down a tree, that's absolutely illegal, and is also really easy to spot, I think.
We have a T-54 mod 1 behind us.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Going for the long flank. Scorpioni gave a nicely thought out response to the IS-3A question. I will read it once I crash and die.
The IS-3A isn't any less balanced when it comes to traditional engagements with other auto-loaders. The biggest issue comes from the fact that it's a unique mechanic on a comfortable platform, which doesn't come with the traditional downsides you would expect. All auto-loaders and auto-reloaders are effectively punished for unloading into the enemy. The IS-3A is not. My guess is he's talking about the fact that it has pretty good armor. Whereas the Progetto does not have as good armor as the IS-3A.
Well, the Progetto has also, if you shoot, where's my reticle?
Your loading gets longer, whereas the IS-3A gets shorter. Yes, that is also a thing. Oh no!
Alan says the mods that consistently take out your track and ammo rack at the same time. There's no mod that does that.
No.
All of the damage stuff is handled server side.
Yeah.
So there's no way that an illegal mod can affect. There's a lot of things illegal mods can do. Changing the damage is not one of them, or giving you better damage. Lorax Gaming says, do any of us have legs? I don't know, but I like that philosophical angle. We're gonna work from there. The wheeled vehicles have an aimbot mod.
I have at least one.
They do. The wheeled vehicles do have. Wheeled vehicles do
at least
have
one.
An aim. I guess you could call it aimbot. It's a better auto aim.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god! What are you doing?
That was such a terrible
What are you doing?
crash. I'm playing aggressively.
That's
Because not playing aggressively is boring. Ugh.
Playing aggressively.
Oh, there comes the marionette voice again.
Anyways,
Zone E has been lost. Attackers got extra time.
are the hitboxes wrong then? No, because sometimes your shot will get absorbed by the tracks. Especially if you're shooting HE, but you can actually shoot this tank without shooting the actual tank. So, as a little tip in armor and armor mechanics, tracks kind of count as spaced armor. You can shoot the tracks, so if you can see, the whole of my armor stops here, or the whole of my tank stops here, whereas the road wheels are actually kind of sticking out forward in front of where my actual tank is. So you can shoot the road wheel without hitting my actual tank, which means you will do 0 damage. Ta-da! So you can shoot the road wheel without damaging the tank. It is not a bug, it is not a cheat, it is not a mod. Just simply aim better. No offense.
Just do better.
Just aim towards the tank a little bit more. You want to aim a little bit back. A little bit back.
A little too early on that one. There we go.
So we have to kill these tanks to stop them from capping. We can't just... Okay, there's a 5100 that's shooting me from
I'm
this
doing all
side.
the damage I can.
I know you are. You're trying real hard. And I appreciate you trying.
I'm gonna use the resupply point at the same time this guy does.
I'm gonna need someone to kill that AMX.
Oh no, I accidentally left the resupply circle before finishing.
Oh no, you done screwed up.
There we go. Get up on top of this rock. Reload really quick. Get in the rear of these guys.
So, ow! Artillery shooting me from behind.
No! Gun depression, where have you found me? Oh, that was terrible. I'm gonna die now. I got killed by the base already. Well, it was a fun life.
You tried. You tried real hard. I need to go a little bit more this way.
I will play the Liberté this life. Bust it out.
Bustin'.
The Liberté is a pretty standard heavy tank. I think I'm gonna bump to the left. I guess we should probably hold this. What's the... We're only outnumbered now.
I need help. I need help. Nobody...
Ryan's on YouTube says...
No!
Cat or dog,
okay, well,
choose.
We're gonna leave.
Cat or dog, choose.
Cat. I have a cat. So I'm gonna pick cat.
Dog.
Cat.
I like dog.
Are you playing the Liberté?
I don't have a problem with cats, I just really hate how cat pee smells.
I can play the IS-3, I guess. Someone asked me, or asked us to play.
I'm not gonna be able to...
where is my... Oh, I don't think I have a crew for the crew in my IS-3A.
Oh no.
Rip. That's fine. I will play the Progito. Oh no.
Duckman says I vote play the CDC.
Oh no. Stream pros? My guess is you should probably refresh. Oh no! I'm not refreshing anymore. Alright, well, I don't know why Restream's chat's just not happy today.
Rip, smoke won't get off my screen after I go into a smoke zone. That's a weird bug.
Weird. Submit, please, to our support staff.
And we'll extend a world of thanks to you.
Oof. I hate that. I hate you for that.
I was just copying Jace. Jace said thanks very much.
Nobody needed that in their lives.
I did, clearly. Deathman says stop vaping so much and the cloud will disappear.
Need is a very strong word for that.
Inspire Reserve is ready.
Let's see. It said you started streaming 15 minutes ago? What?
I don't think that's true.
No. We got about 20 minutes left, so this may or may not be the last battle that we have. You know, I may have jinxed this for us.
I warned you that you would.
Yeah, but at least we won 3 in a row. It's actually not that bad.
Let's see if we can get into
It's actually pretty good.
TS5. Yeah. That was a standard round too. Nice. Now we're gonna aim for the roof. And of course he hits the MRF. And I get to shoot low. And now I'm getting hit from all sides. Oh boy. Oh, they don't like the Liberté. And I'm getting shot by an artillery from a different zone.
Nice. Yeah, it happens. That's what was happening to me earlier.
Let's see. Oh.
He's getting attacked. 4 is getting attacked.
That's what you get for auto aiming.
I am too far away from 4. I should head back to 4.
I'm screwed. There's no safe harbor for Liberté.
Well, I love World of Tanks. It's my favorite game. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you really like World of Tanks. I also like World of Tanks. Retreat. Way too much of my time now is putting in tickets for things that shouldn't be problems. Well, sometimes we can't always catch everything. Like, we do have QA, which is amazing, but the other thing is...
We do have QA.
Well, we do.
I know, I just like it.
Well, I mean, like...
It may not always seem like it, but we...
It's true. But, guys, please do, like, keep in mind that when it comes to developing PC games, we have to make a broad spectrum of PCs work with a broad number of PCs work with our engine and our game. And so sometimes, because your PC is built the way that it is, it might not work as well as another PC. So, things happen, you know, it's why PC games crash overall more often than console games, is because console games tend to be built for one build, because, well, all consoles are built essentially equally. So...
So, yeah, I think we just got served on that point that was brought up earlier about wheeled vehicles going around back and killing our objectives, because I think that's what happened to us.
Yep.
So there you go. It's the first time I've seen it, but I have seen it. Deathman on Twitch says he'd completed the TS5 marathon, and I did ask him. Congratulations, what do you think of the TS5?
Is getting wrecked by the WZ.
I really like the TS5. I think it's a... And I usually don't like case-mated tank destroyers, but the TS5 is pretty fun. Because it doesn't feel slow.
Whoosh.
I think that's why.
No.
I'm just parked behind a defender, shooting the defender. Now I'm bouncing the defender.
No! The one shell. You have failed me. Oh.
Advanced turning.
We also have just like a WZ behind us, so.
Oh, come on, auto aim, shoot lower.
No, says
There we go.
You will take what I give you and accept it.
How are we doing?
As is. Bad. Poorly.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We have 10 minutes
We
left.
lose pretty hard, actually. Oh my
You haven't played it yet. You played the marathon to earn the tank and you haven't played it yet?
What? Why not?
I guess that's fair. After you complete the marathon, you're like, I would play one game in the vehicle, then be like, alright, I'm taking a watt break. Taking a watt break for a little while. That's enough. Ran a marathon. Got a free tank.
Oh, come on.
Objective 3 under attack.
Warren says he got it free and he likes it. Cool.
Inspire reserve is ready. Repairs completed.
Aww. None of my shells are going where— Oh god! Oh no. Oh no.
I don't think my bulldog is too slow.
Oh no. Well, I'm dead. I'm super dead.
Oh yeah, I hear you on that one, Deathman.
Yep, I'm super dead.
Well, let us know what
Ow.
you think when you do give it a shot.
Oof.
Oh, Void Rays. I didn't realize Void Rays on your team.
The artillery is ready.
Gotta stop these guys from killing the objective.
If the marathons are more like the TS5 and not the EBR, I might have to do them more often. Yeah, like, we got a lot of feedback from the EBR mission, and if you guys noticed, we did, I believe, take out most, if not all, of the win conditions in a lot of the missions, which is what was essentially making the EBR missions so difficult, is you had to win your games.
Oh. Okay,
and that wasn't super great.
Cool.
So.
Definitely just blocked it from me from over there. Oof, we're hanging on by the skin of our chinny
So
chin.
T-Bread, please read our FAQ. We do answer weather effects in there. So.
That's not a droppable cliff. Oh no. Scary heavies.
Droppable cliff. You need to stop dropping off cliffs.
No, that's half the fun.
No, that's half the fun.
Where's the marionette voice skin? We're gonna get one made.
Oh man.
Get out of here. Come on. Oh, now they're behind us as well. Okay, those guys are down. Well, we're putting up a valiant defense here at the end, but I think it's going to be an L for us. Can't quite get a shot there. I'm happy with.
No, the EBR is coming for me.
Warren says he really likes channel changes. Jason says, what game mode is this? This is Frontline. It's a 30 on 30 mode on a 9x9 kilometer map. I just said Frontline.
No, I know.
No S.
But I'm making sure other people there's no S.
It's all tier 8 only. There's consumables and respawns and repair points. If you haven't tried it, highly recommend trying it.
Well,
Scorpiani said that the win conditions were essentially still in effect because the 850 XP base clause. That's true. To get 850 XP, you pretty much have to win. Nothing else. I would say in general, the requirements were easier than the previous marathon, which a lot of people. It was probably the hardest marathon we've had so far that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I'm sure that someone out there has done the map and can confirm or deny that, but it's quite heavy.
Hey.
What is the Go Fast default key for the Tier 8 EBR? That is going to be X. X is the switch to mobility or speed mode. Defending seems much harder than attacking. That is the gist. I've seen the spread. It's about 45-55, if I remember.
Let's play normal, standard battles.
So there is
we only got about 10 minutes left.
Slight advantage. Back to you. There is an advantage for attackers right now. We are testing some frontline changes on the Asia server this month, and if they work out, they will be rolled out to all servers for episode 4 next month. Is this going to take me to the South American server?
No. You're the one that always goes onto the South American server. Gives us
There's some weird stuff going on YouTube. Zypher's here. Hello, Zypher. Hope you're well. Hope I pronounced that right. World of Pickles is here.
What's happening?
What?
Is that someone's talking about getting their...
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's...
So IS3As?
IS3. Alright, I guess. Let me, where is my IS3A? I don't actually know where my IS3A is.
Filters. Use your filters.
I don't use filters very often.
Next time she gives me crap about something. You don't use filters.
Okay.
I agree. I would really like to play Tier 6 Frontlines.
All right.
I think that'd be fun.
Tier 8.
So we're going to do a Tier 8 random battle here to close out the show. If you would like to join us, we'll be doing a count-in right now.
And making sure all of the messages send everywhere. 3.
Oh, wait, stop.
Oops.
You're right.
Yep.
Who spotted it?
That was
Scorpiani.
Alright.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, he's right.
Okay, cool.
I just assumed that we were in normal because I got an invite from you. And I just assumed that you had...
You just assumed I was normal? Alright.
And
3.
You're the leader, so you gotta hit.
2. 1. Go.
Hey, Moogle's here. How's it going, Moogle?
Hey, Moogle Slam.
No Churchill
game carrier.
I don't have it on my normal account.
Yeah, I don't have it on my account. So
on my sheriff, definitely.
Not today. Velociraptors are definitely not normal. I see someone has noticed my new title, Local Velociraptor.
Yeah, guess who set my title?
You. You literally asked me to call you the Local Tomato. Right before stream, you were just like, ha, you should name me Local Tomato. And I was like, okay.
Didn't happen, chat.
Am I a joke to you? You aren't a joke, but when we play sheriff accounts, we will absolutely play the Churchill gun carrier.
Yeah, we just literally don't have them in the account.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure if you're referring to the Tier 10 RD or the Tier 6 TD.
Yeah,
so.
also... Same.
Texas River Legends. Yeah, you made it just at the end.
Hey! Alright, let's chug my tank over to the left side.
Oh, I hate going south on the east side of this map.
Well, I don't really have the gun depression to work the hills over there because like,
Hills, you just
look
rush
at
straight in.
look at these.
You just
Look
rush
at this
straight
gun
in.
depression. That's
You're
like
in an IS-3A.
that's like maybe
You just rush straight in.
5 degrees.
This
of gun
tank
depression.
requires no skill. All you have to do
Something
is
like
face
that.
roll across the keyboard and click.
I can't
and then you just
hear
win the game.
you over me making noises over you.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Executus. One is indeed a Churchill and one is indeed a Conqueror. So the Churchill game carrier versus the Conqueror game carrier. Different models, I got it. Deathman says the CDC request is ignored. Yeah, I'll just straight up admit I refuse to play the CDC. Not a fan.
Oh god, the Concac! The Concac! The Concac!
The CDC needs some buffs.
CDC needs
I think
a
it
lot
does
of
anyway.
buffs.
Scorpioni's gonna chime in,
Oh no!
telling me that
Hello,
it's fine
Conqueror.
now. And whatever. But yeah, I think the CDC could use some help.
Oh no! Okay, I'm definitely gonna die over
It's
here.
because you went the wrong direction.
It's because you went the wrong direction.
Goshism should have prepared me for this rejection. I hope Gosh is alright. I haven't talked to him in a little while.
Oh god. I'm not trying to block you. I just am stuck. Frick. I can't do this. Oh god. I'm dead.
Sacrifice yourself for the good of the team.
I can't. Because it will do no good to sacrifice myself.
Texas River Legend says a friend bought him a CDC and now expects him to play it. Was that like a malicious gift? Oh, that's a T-28 prototype.
Oof. You don't sound like you're having fun over there.
I'm not.
He looked at me and then he died. Those weren't necessarily.
Try and limp away here without. Oh, that was an AFK tank I just dumped my shells into. Now
Really?
I feel like a dingus. We're gonna limp away, reload our clip, repair.
Oh, I don't have the gun depression for that actually.
IS-3 without special ammo. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, that's a big one.
Wait, what? I have like not too many seconds to make use of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the CDC's like
horrible
experience.
Okay, somebody clip that.
Anything with mobility.
I zoomed in on the IS-3 and he goes, "No!" with his turret. Yeah. Oh god,
Please
that
don't
was so
shoot.
funny. That was hilarious. Oh my goodness, please, please. That turret saying no. Yes, please, somebody clip that. That would make my entire life.
Wow.
It would. It
Wow.
would. I've always wanted someone to do that to me, and it finally happened. Just like, no! Poor IS-3's shaking his turret.
And E50.
Oh, man.
Well, you lasted longer than me,
man.
so you got the last laugh here. And all the kills, apparently. I think that most of their team fell back to deal with the North push, and then you guys won.
Yeah. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, that was great. I love that. I want that to happen to me more often. Just someone being like, "No, don't kill me."
Yeah, I really like the Lila too. It's a solid tank, man. You guys on Twitch chat talking about it.
There we go. Alright.
Well, yeah, everyone should have a talk. Just for the memes.
Yeah, regardless of who you are as a person, buy the tog. Titled it Tragic the Executioner. Oh, man. Alright, well... I'm afraid. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Row, row, row your tug gently down the hill. Merrily, 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 merrily. Tanking is a thrill.
Hey! Nice. Alright, so we're gonna try and maneuver our way over this way.
Texas River Legend says, hey, is there a stream schedule? In fact, there is Texas River Legends. That's on YouTube, Crazy Boop, if you could pop that link in. We just published a new stream schedule / FAQ today. And our boy Crazy Boop, who's modding chat today, has just provided you with the link, so there you go.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I thought it was on spot.
So, I mean, in short, it's every Tuesday 4 to 6 for us. We will be rolling out some new days as well for those of you who, you know, want to see some Jambi John or some Crazy Boop or some Domo Sapien in your life.
Alright, I'm gonna, like...
Yeah, apparently Nightbot is completely out of control.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nightbot needs to be put in the basement.
Not in the basement. That's...
You got this.
Ow. Atlantic. Your name. Okay. Alright. Anyways, guys, that is just about the end of the stream. Yeah, our stream deck is working still. Anyways, we're gonna do this because it is time for the end of the stream and time for me to ask Cabbage, do you have any closing words for everybody?
Several.
Several.
Nitwit, Oddment, Blubber, Tweak. And that's it.
Oh,
no,
right.
Seriously, thanks y'all for coming out. We appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the game. Thank you for stopping by the stream. We hope we answered your questions if you had them. I know not all to your satisfaction, but hopefully some. And we're going to look into some of those questions that came up today. I got to learn more about mid-tier RD compared to high-tier RD, apparently. Learned that today.
So I'm gonna show everybody the clip. That was so lovely.
She's very proud
clipped by Crazy Boop. We're just gonna watch this. Oh, this is me. Look, I'm right here. Oh, I can find myself. Wait, what? This is a way longer clip than it needed. I've like not too many seconds. And then I just like zoom in on him, and he's like, no. Alrighty.
Alright. Anyway.
On that note, and me coughing a lot, goodbye, everybody.
Is that you closing it out?
Yep.
Portal to the office. Nah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Now.